Now to our series USA to Z, where we bring you stories from across the country to celebrate 250 years of America. This week is L for Legacy, a look at the legacies we aspire to leave behind and how they can shape generations to come. Ian Lee visited a small town in southeast Kansas where legacy is at the core of the foundation of its very first library.
Frontenac, Kansas isn't the most famous place. Fewer than 3,500 people live here. But its rich history runs as deep as the nearby coal veins. Founded in 1886, it's seen boom and bust. So it's not often the small town gets big news, until in 2019, when City Administrator John Zafuda received an unexpected message.
It was a surprise phone call from an attorney who said that we were the sole beneficiary of the Tavella Family Trust. And the only stipulation was that we had to build a city library.
It was quite a big chunk of change that was being donated.
It was. It ended up being somewhere around $4.6 million.
You heard that right. A whopping $4.6 million. City officials say they've never heard of the Tavellas before, but after some digging, they discovered Richard and Jeanette both grew up in southeast Kansas. Jeanette was raised in Frontenac before moving to Kansas City to work as a librarian. So building her hometown's first public library in its 140-year history was the Tavellas' dying wish, or rather gift.
I like
These four? Okay.
6 years later, the Frontenac Public Library has opened its doors. More than 17,000 books fill the shelves. What is a community without a library?
That's a really good question. But I think that the community of Frontenac really didn't know what they were missing.
Frontenac native Seth Nutt landed the role of library director. His mission was to turn the Tavellas' dream into reality. What was the hub for the community before this library was built in Frontenac?
People still gather over at the gas station, in the morning. But there truly wasn't a place for people to gather. The mothers that bring their kids in here in the morning, where did they meet before? I truly think that that's something that we just didn't have available here in the city of Frontenac.
This library's kind of become the heart of the community.
Yeah, and that was really our goal along, is to make this into the living room of the community.
This living room has a coffee shop and local history museum. And for that lived-in feeling, activities for the community, like story time for toddlers,
they gathered close until...
and cooking classes for teens.
There we go. There we go. Thank you.
The new library is a hit, with folks checking out over 5,000 books in its first 4 months.
Honestly, this library has become kind of like my little safe haven.
You hear people debate, do you need a library, do you not? And once you see it, and once you see how involved the community is with it, we've definitely needed it.
I never really imagined that Frontenac would be getting one.
If Richard and Jeanette were sitting right here, right now, what would you say to them?
What do you think? I would want to know their opinion. And if they didn't like something or thought we were missing something, I'd be asking, well, how can we make it right? I would want them to be proud of the building just like we are.
You think they'd be proud?
I think so. I think so.
So, do you know where they're buried?
Yeah, right over here.
After some more research, Nutt made his most important discovery. The Tavellas were buried just down the road. So the only real indication that they ever existed is this gravesite and now that library.
Right.
That library is their legacy.
It is very much their legacy.
Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt.
What is the lesson you think our viewers can take away from this story?
Anybody can leave a mark, whether it's big or small. Everybody can have an impact.
For CBS Saturday Morning, Ian Lee, Frontenac, Kansas.
Oh, I love that story. And listen, guys, we're told that there's a CBS Saturday Morning watch party going on right now at the Frontenac Public Library. Hi, guys. Thanks for watching Satmo.
Yes, my first job was at a library. We love what you guys do.
I love that.